I hope you're all well. I got a lot of queries regarding UK Day Nursery. What's the facilities? What's the fees? How do we pay them? And how may I find a day nursery? I didn't know any answer about the day nursery. Basically, I don't have enough knowledge on daycare. That's why I contacted Mr. Jain Abbas. He is really gentle and the polite person. I really appreciate him. He is the director of the Shahan and the Minibees daycare. So he is running the two daycare. So he has the enough knowledge to clear everything. If anyone get the information by this video, thanks give to the Jerin Tamanna because she requested the several times to make the video on the daycare. And one more thing is I will give the Minibees and the Shahan daycare website link in the description box. You can check out if you want. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Mr. Jain, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum once again and a very good afternoon. So my name is Muhammad Zain Abbas. I'm the director and the proprietor of Sahan Preschool Day Nursery as well as Minibees Childcare. And so both nurseries are based in London, primarily in East London, and we look after children, we care for children from 0 to 5 years old. So children can start here from as soon as they are 3 months old, generally what we call 0. And they can stay here up until their 5th birthday. So it's kind of a daycare as well as a preschool.
Thank you so much. Mr. Jain, would you please tell me what's the function of a daycare? Basically, in the Bangladesh, we are not habituated or we are not familiar with the daycare. The people live with either the joint family or the nuclear family. Basically, who are the living with the nuclear family? They just hired one person in helping hand and they pay by the monthly. But in UK, it's never ever possible.
It's not possible. So in here, generally, the daycare function is primarily looking after the children as well as working on the development. So we start the day from, let's say, 8 o'clock, and it's fully structured day. So from 8 o'clock to 8:30 they'll have breakfast, and they'll have their free flow activity, they'll have their focused activity. So every single child is allocated a key person. So the key person is solely responsible for that child's development progress throughout the day. And then throughout the day we have planned activity. The focus of each activity is based on the child's interest, and at the same time planning the next step for the child. So let's say one child is behind in literacy or maths. The staff or the key person, practitioner who is working with that child will plan activities in a way that they learn through play. They're playing at the same time they're learning whatever the development required. And the learning through play, what I mean by that, for example, we know that the grip is not there, and we want the child to hold the pencil properly. So to hold the pencil properly, well, normally a lay person will tell the child, hold the pencil like this, hold the pencil like this. But practically it might not work, because we need to actually work on the child's fine motor skills or the gross motor skills. So we'll actually play with the Play-Doh. We'll tell the child how to squish the Play-Doh so to develop the muscles. So actually the child is able to hold the pencil as how it should be. So this is how the learning through play. Actually the child is playing with the Play-Doh, but we intended to, with an intention that the child is developing their fine or gross motor skills to hold the pencil effectively. So this is how the childcare generally works from 0 to 5 years old.
Thank you so much. Could you please some specific reason why the parents should choose a daycare, and what's the facilities they provide actually?
I think it is essential. I don't think so. There should be an option for parents to choose a daycare. They must send their child to a nursery because it is regulated, it is planned, it is very effective for the child's development. And now, why they choose a daycare? What facilities they offer? Generally for us, we have a full wraparound care available for the children. So we start early morning. They have breakfast. They have nap time. They have lunch, snacks, tea time, meals, and everything. So it's fully structured, and then not only for their oral health and physical development, but also maths, literacy, physical development, emotional development, all this support.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you visit your daycare?
Of course. Yeah, I would love to show you around. There are so many facilities, and I'm sure that it will inspire other people as well too, because childcare is a passion. It's not about just generally just sending your child to nursery. You need to make sure the person who are actually doing the childcare is passionate about childcare. So let's walk around and I'll show you the facilities we have. Basically, we divide rooms into three major categories. We have a baby room for under 2 years old, we have a toddler room for 2 to 3 years old, and then we have a preschool room for 3 to 5 years old. So the whole focus is that to make sure that the children are within their age band, and then they are able to, excel and utilize the room effectively. So all resources are planned in a way that they are easily accessible for children, to make sure that we teach them independence. They can effectively, when you look at the room, everything is on child's level, whether it's a sink, basins, or tables, chairs, all the resources are on the child's level. They can independently access them. And in fact, from this young age, like 8, 9, 10 months, 11 months old babies, we teach them independence in a way that they eat with their own hands and stuff. And you'll be surprised that even these young babies, they can even spoon feed themselves. So this is how effective teaching is happening. At the same time, we have sand, water area as well, because we know that children love playing with sand or water, and then they explore outdoor every single day. They go to local park, which is literally 30 seconds walk from here, and every single day they enjoy the nature. And most they learn, I think, outside is about nature, the development, and the physical activity is really important. So this is our toddler room for the children 2 to 3 years old. It's a massive, huge room, and normally the problem in UK is the space is one of the biggest problem, and we pride ourselves in a way that our nursery is hugely spacious. We have about 8,800 square foot internal area, which is one of the massive, huge nursery in the area, and not only in Hackney, but I think most of the East London. Even the state nursery schools are not as spacious as we are, so the children have a lot of opportunity to freely move around. So this room, we cater for children 2 to 3 years old. They have different areas of learning, like we use the earliest foundation stage framework. So even if you're in Bangladesh, you might be able to download this document and use for your own good. So it's a document called EYFS, Early Years Foundation Stage Framework. It's a guideline, it's a statutory framework which we have to follow. There's no we can't bend laws or rules in these guidelines. Apart from this, there's another document which you may find helpful. It's called Development Matters. That document is very detailed document which tells you about what to expect from different age groups, so you know if your child is about 2 years old, what the child should already know. It helps the practitioners as well as the parents. So you as a parent, if you are in any part of the world, you can actually download this document and benchmark this for your child's development, and if there are any concerns, then you can speak to professionals.
Could you please tell me about the fees?
So in terms of the cost, the fees are quite astronomical. I would not disagree with that. The fees are very expensive. Childcare is one of the most expensive in UK in comparison to all over the world. But I think every penny is worth it, because the quality of childcare is incomparable as well. So the fee starts from roughly about let's say if you do part-time, it's about 300 to 360 pounds a month, and if you go full-time, which is Monday to Friday 8 to 6, it goes about around 1700 pound a month. But the good news is there are different facilities or different childcare schemes available for the parents already living in the United Kingdom. So if you are working parents, if you're working for at least 16 hours a week, you might be able to get up to 30 hours free childcare from the government. And in addition to that, if you can't afford childcare and you are either earning less or income or in income support or taking universal credit or any other kind of benefits, then you might be able to claim up to 85% of the childcare cost from the government. The best thing to do is go to childcarechoices.gov.uk and then find out what suits you best or what is the category you fit in best.
So what's the payment policy? Basically, like £400 or £300, whatever it is, they have to pay at a time in a month, or they have to pay by weekly, or what's the payment policy actually?
So generally, we work in Sahan. We are in an area where majority people are from either a working background or deprived families as well. So we work on a weekly basis. So the parents can pay either weekly or monthly in advance, or while in Minibees, we charge monthly in advance fee, and there is sometimes a deposit of about £200 to £300 and the registration fee one-off £50. And in addition to that, they must give us 1 month notice for any reduction or end of contract. So if they want to reduce the sessions, they are required to give us 1 month notice in writing. Or if they intend to leave, or they're moving the area, or for any other reason they want to move to another different place, then they give us 1 month notice in writing. So this is a preschool room where we look after children, where the children from 3 to 5 years old spend the most of the day. In addition to in this room. They also go to outdoor space every single day, but this room is developed specially, maintained for the children from the third birthday they started here, and they leave for the reception in a state school from their fifth birthday or the fourth birthday, depending how early they get the space. Sometimes parents tend to stay with us even if they get a school space until their fifth birthday, because they're so happy with the childcare we provide, and they see the bonding between the child and the practitioner. So this is why they prefer the private nurseries in opposed to their state school. So the nursery itself is again the different areas. There is some home corner for role play, physical area here, then carpet area, sand and water play. So each and every room is well planned to cover each and every learning area for them.
Please tell me, is there any possibility or any daycare nursery provide any, a pick up or drop of the facilities, or the parents should be arranged it?
So it is very unlikely that the nurseries are providing a pick-up or drop-off facility. Normally, parents have to drop off or pick up, or alternatively, they have to make arrangements for their friends and family or whoever they trust to pick up and drop off. The only thing we offer at the moment is in Sahan Preschool and Nursery, because we're right opposite a state school where children get 15 hours free childcare, and if the parents need full day care, they drop off the child in the morning in the school, and then we pick up and they spend rest of the day with us, where we provide them throughout full wraparound care in terms of lunch, meals, snack time, nap time, whatever necessary, even nappy changes, all the nappies and everything we provide, meals we provide. So it's easy for parents just to drop off the child and then feel comfortable that they have left their child with somebody professional who is going to look after them well. So you see, we try to teach children exactly how we get the eggs or milk and stuff, because in here, especially while in UK, when you don't have access to generally like cows or chickens, generally children don't get to see them, and so we actually teach them in a way like they have made from the cardboard a cow to actually show how, with the gloves, putting some water, like white kind of water inside, to show actually how they milk the cow, how do we get the milk. At the same time, we have some chickens, some made from the cardboard, and effectively there are two things they're learning. One about how like the nature works, but also they're using this time for their own learning with the cardboard. They're doing painting, they're doing coloring, and it's children's interest ultimately. They actually enjoy doing everything.
Let me know, please, what's the admission time? Any children, any parents, if come anytime, they could be admitted, or is there a specific time in the year?
So generally, there are 3 terms in a year. The first term is starting from September, so the school year normally starts from September. From September to December is called autumn term. Then from January to March is called spring term. And then from April to August is called summer term. So there are 3 terms in a year, and then the eligibility in terms of free childcare depends on the child's age. Normally it starts from the second birthday, from the term after second birthday or the term after third birthday, depending on whatever criteria you fit in, like what kind of childcare, 15 to 30 hours childcare you are entitled to. So if you're entitled to 15 hours childcare and your child is born in July, then the next term is available in September, so you are entitled to use your free entitlement from September onwards. Similarly, if your child is born in let's say in September, October, then you can use the entitlement in January, the term after birthday. Even if you're eligible now, you won't be able to use the free entitlement until the term after birthday. And in terms of registration for a private place, there's no set timing, so you can register as soon as today for start tomorrow, so provided we have a space available. Normally nurseries are full up, so we are we have spaces available, limited spaces. So if you have space available, we can allow you straight away. Otherwise, if there's a waiting list, then you got to wait for the time until the space becomes available for a privately paid place.
Mr. Jan, you helped me lots of, and I'm really grateful to you for the helping, and lots of the people will get the information about the daycare, and you clear everything very, very well done, and I'm grateful to you. And please let me know why the people chose the Shahan or the Minibees not the other one?
First of all, I'm grateful for your kind words and I'm actually humbled. It's my responsibility and duty to spread the right information and provide as much as possible information to the parents who are looking for best childcare provider for their little ones, their loved ones. And we know that children are our most precious assets and we actually do everything for them. So there's not just one reason. There are so many reasons why I would say that people should choose Minibees over Sahan, because one thing, we are not as a business, provider. We actually are passionate about childcare. We really want to get something best out of them. The practitioners here are fully qualified, experienced, dedicated. You can see that all the activities here, they are planned, they are actually crafted by hands. So not only the resources are everything is very professional, well planned or expensive, but also they have used natural resources for children to develop and learn. And then in addition to that, the space we have is massive. It's really hard to find this much space, especially in London, where every inch matters. And at the same time, the other facilities we provide, for example, the parent communication is essential. So how do we communicate? This is one of the very important questions I would like to mention here. We use an app where parents have continuous information about their child throughout the day. For example, all the observation, how much the child ate, what time the child slept, everything is available on your mobile phone throughout. And you can actually do two-way communication with the practitioners. Like if you're coming to pick up early, if you want to just find out how your child is doing, you can just do from the comfort of your mobile phone. At the same time, we have CCTV throughout the settings. So each and every room is fully covered. It protects us, and at the same time, it protects the children. We want to make sure that everything is evident. And we also provide CCTV, limited access to the parents. So if you are at home, you want to watch a child, what the child is doing throughout the day, you can actually watch the child on your mobile phone device, remotely, anywhere, wherever you are. It actually gives you comfort as a parent. I will really feel happy if I know my child is happy in the day, and I feel relieved when I look at my child just on my mobile phone. And the fees, we are about 30% less, more economical or financially more affordable than other competitors. And then the inspection, whenever we have inspections, we are actually, even by Ofsted, one of the regulators have called us outstanding in personal development, which is one of the good achievements. So I would say there's not only one reason, there's so many reasons. You should do research about us, talk to us. If you have any question about childcare, you should contact us and we are available for you.
So this was the total information on daycare. I tried to give the information in properly on the daycare, and I think you have got the lots of information. And best of luck. No more today. Bye.